Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 3 here with SF1 Realistic Tier. SF1 Roads in the comms booth. Finally starting to feel a little bit better after collecting, testing positive for the, the one everybody's talking about. But glad to be here. Unfortunately, with me being down and out most of the week, I wasn't able to get some of the things prepared for this evening, such as the points, but I will let these guys know. I've done so in the chat that the points will be updated heading into next week's race, which is going to be Imola, which is going to be crazy. It's also going to be the last set of 4 races before a lot of these guys see a shake when it comes to the cars that they're going to be set in. There are 15 drivers this evening here. However, during Q1, when these guys were putting a lap in, a couple of them had a bit of an issue. So only 13 are going to make it into Q2 this evening. Going to be interesting to see what kind of tires these guys can try to bring through. Maybe go into Q3. We see Alayu facing the McLaren. CSC Morris, who is going to reserve this evening for the Mercedes team. You have Phil there on the mediums, as well as Ryan sitting in the pits yet in the Aston Martin to reserve this evening. Let's see who's first on the track. It looks like it is SF1 Stig in the Williams reserving this evening. Proper racer. Let's see what he can do in that Williams. I would have actually popped him into the Aston Martin had I known Elise wasn't going to be able to make it. Apparently Elise is in the doghouse, so yeah, but glad to see everybody here. How are you guys doing? You guys having a good week? Give you guys a little bit of track information. We are at the British Grand Prix this evening for round 3. As you guys see, track was built, actually the first race held under the FIA ruling, held back in 1950. 3 cars that crossed the line, my favorite cars, 1, 2, and 3 back then, the Alfa Romeo team. Not too many wins since then. But yeah, full qualifying this evening, as you guys can see. They have 26 laps they're going to have to contend with. Track is a bit different. It is a very high-paced track. 18 corners, 9 to the right, 9 to the left, as we're sitting here with Stig, seeing what kind of time he can put on that Williams on the brand new soft compound. But yeah, as I mentioned, round 3 this evening. I think a lot of these guys are starting to enjoy realistic. It's more of like a fun challenge. It's not like, you get the pressure and the tier of racing, especially for the guys who are usually typically pushing for a title. This is all about having fun, having a bit of a challenge here and there, and with a twist in the middle. Every 4 races, the seats where these drivers are in, they switch on them. All comes down to, I know I had Panton messaging me earlier about it. It's going to come down to 4 things. It's going to come down to points, where you're sitting at the points. It's going to come down to the race details, which I go through and look for. If you've set a fastest lap, where have you come through the field? If you started maybe 14th and finished 4th, where does that put you? Stewarding is going to be one thing, depending on if you've been a super clean driver or not. We'll see about that. And off the top of my head, it is pace that is going to be the 4th thing. Depending on your pace, I know Stig's pace is mega, so he's probably not going to be able to be gifted a Mercedes, because then he'll just walk away with it. We want to stay fair. But let's get that detail. I'll keep the detail on for you. But setting out the gate, CSC Morris in that Mercedes on a medium compound, 128.5, the time to beat here in Q2. Ross in the AlphaTauri sitting at 28.5. We have Allow Your Face on a medium compound. McLaren 129 flat. Phil 130 flat on a medium compound. Stig sitting at 130.1 in the Williams. Jake sets the fastest lap. Jake has been enjoying that Red Bull, I will say. The 128.2 had a strong race last week for the French Grand Prix. And I'll have to point out to the fact that I figured out what I was doing wrong with my cables when it came to doing podium interviews. So the podium interviews will finally be back. I made a Charles Leclerc moment where I was plugging my cord in backwards. So yeah, that's on me. Enjoyable times for sure. But just sitting right now, Jake's time is the time to beat here in Q2. Molly puts himself up to 129.1. Good enough for 6th. Phil right now sitting 7th. Stig has invalidated this lap. We'll see jump on board with Ryan, see what he can do this evening. Aston Martin, he is on a flyer as we speak. See if he can't get that Aston Martin further up. Maybe in the top 4. Roscoe's second quickest. Ryan goes top of the board with a 128.2. Jake might have a little bit of pressure this week. We'll see. I know I'm going to keep an eye. Actually, I'm going to ride with this man. The man who's taken over full-time seat, Bill. Really enjoyed last week. Really enjoying the... looks like Hubsy's having a bit of connection issues. Hopefully he can kind of get himself sorted for the race. Maybe try to get himself a sneaky lap in Q2, make it to Q3. How's Seal doing? Seal on and out lap as right now. Looks like Bill's actually just behind him. Might catch a little bit of a tow. We'll ride with Bill. I was going to ride with SF1 Bravo, but Bravo unfortunately crashed out in Q1. He was going to be my man to go to. Let's ride on board for a lap around Silverstone with Bill Jizz and the AlphaTauri starting across the first line, or the finish line. Coming up to your first turn. He leaves it wide open there. Into a hard right, followed by another left. And it's going to double up on a second left, coming into the first DRS zone. Open now. Coming down. You want to brake at the 50 meter, maybe just a little bit late. Bill does excellent there. Gets on the brakes. Do you want to cut this in close? Does he go wide on the exit? No, he just perfect. Coming up to the old start-finish line straight. This is pretty eventful. If you were a Lewis and Max fan, does he hold it? He goes a bit wide. Doesn't invalidate though. The Bill's still on the clear lap here. Coming through Maggots Effect. It's my favorite part of the Silverstone Circuit. Take a gander here. Hubs is having connection issues. He might not be able to make the race. Bill does well through here. Just 2 corners to navigate left. Left, right, and then a following right coming down the start-finish line. What time is Bill going to get in that AlphaTauri? Crosses with a 129 flat. Good enough for 6th on the board in Q2. Did it on a medium compound as well. So just 2 drivers yet to put a time in. We have Pantis sitting in the Ferrari right now in 12th. Still sitting in the garage. And Hubsy's having a bit of connection issues. Hopefully he can get himself stuck in. If not, we'll have 14 drivers for the race. With his ghost, it seems. Streamlabs, Jake, just subscribe. What is going on? Jake, thank you so much. Bravo. Yeah, Bravo, I had quality detail. Listen, I was going to ride on board with you for your hot lap, but didn't happen. Just waiting on 2 guys to see if they can get through. I'm going to give a nice shout out to this man, brand new driver for SF1 here at Realistic Tier. I'm going to make sure I try not to murder your name. Usually happens when I first see a driver. But Cham, we're going to say Cham in the Alfa Romeo this evening. He's going to partner Seal. Clouds are looking a bit overcast. I wonder if there's going to be a bit of rain. Actually, Stig is usually the guy that lets me know that. I'm going to ask him. If you hear me get, quiet for a second, it's just because I'm clearing my throat. I do apologize, but actually I'm gonna get that detail off the map now. I completely forgot that was on there. See how Cam does. He is on an outlap now. He's trying to push that Alfa Romeo further up. He is on a soft compound, sitting quite nicely in P5 right now. Champ gonna start his lap now. Can he improve on his 28.9? See if most of everybody else is still in the pits. Oh yeah, Bill is pushing on his medium compound, so let's see if he can improve. Wonder if he's gonna dive into the pits though, unless he wants to take those mediums through to Q3 and then start the race if he finishes at the top 10. Cheers to all the guys viewing, appreciate it. Glad you guys are here. Glad you're here with me. Hopefully you guys have had a wonderful weekend so far. Oh, Bill's lost the end. Bill lost the rear end of that AlphaTauri. He's gonna have to move out of the way. He has a car coming. Oof. That was Panta. Panta's gonna go on a flyer now. Let's ride on board with Panta and see what he can do in that Ferrari. Ferrari desperately need a lot of power in that car. Hopefully the 2022 Ferrari car is more like we've seen from history days past, but only time will tell. I think they have a good driver lineup in the real life Formula 1. If you guys, actually, that's a good question. If you guys think, I think it's pronounced Shama. Okay, Jake, I got it. Shaman retires from the pits, so he's going to be comfortable with a 28.9. I believe we only have about 3 minutes left here in Q2. See what Panta can do on a set of softs, it looks like. Wonder why it's not telling me what tires he is on. That's interesting. We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here. Right now in the danger zone, it is SF1 Stig, Panta, and Hubdy yet to set a lap. But Panta's on a flyer now. Hubdy does get out on track. Hopefully he can sneak his way in. Jake retires from P2. Panta crosses the line and goes P7 with a 29 flat on a soft compound. Ryan retires. I think Ryan's pretty comfortable taking those soft compounds with the 128.2 and the Aston Martin outperforming the Aston Martin. Let's jump on board with our man Hubdy. See what he can do in that Alpine this evening. I know he's eager to get out of that Alpine. Panta retires. Panta, be careful. You did do that on the track, but it hopefully shouldn't affect Hubdy coming through. Stig on an outlap now. Where is Stig as compared to the time? Stig he's got about a minute to get around. This is going to be Hubdy's one and only shot. I don't think he's going to have much time to get back to the line. Bill's retired. Bill is going to be out of Q2, so he's going to skip out of... Oh, man. So that is one Alpine out of Q2. Will there be two, or can Hubdy sneak his way in to Q3? He's invalidated. I don't think he's going to give it another go. Yeah, he's got 25 seconds. Maybe he's trying to recharge. He does have just enough time to get down to the line if he really starts booking it right now. See if Hubdy does, or if he's... Nope, he's going to stay out. 10 seconds, 9. He's really going to have to push it to the wire. It's going to be close. Can he get across the line before? He does, just barely. So he's going to have one more go at this. So Phil right now out of Q2. Stig possibly out of Q2. Panta in your chat. You don't have to apply since you're already a full-time driver. Yeah, your seat will come to you. It's just the reserves that are the ones that get random cars throughout the week, depending on who's here and who's not. Let's see if Hubdy can get himself a lap in right now. Stig on that bubble, Hubdy on the bubble. As Molly goes P4 with a 28.4, gonna carry a soft compound into the start of this race. His teammate is going to start on a medium compound. Stick does improve, but he only goes P11, so he's not going to be able to get himself into Q3. See what Hubs can do here. This is his last chance. Can he get that Alpine into the Q3 appearance and start this race on a soft compound? Oh, he's invalidated. So that is going to do it for Q2 here for the British Grand Prix with Realistic. We're going to lose out on SF1 Stig with the Williams, and both Alpines, Phil and Hubdy, are going to start from P12 and P13. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Shimon in the Alfa Romeo. I'm going to keep that right in my brain. That way I don't forget it halfway through the stream. So just waiting for these guys. Hub's car to retire in the pits, and then we'll be on the Q3 where everybody's going to push for the qualifying lap. Who's going to start on pole for this British Grand Prix? I'd like to duly mention that this is the home track for our league here at SF1. Why I don't sound British is because I'm American, actually, so this isn't considered my home track, but for the league, this is the home track. Alright, give you guys a full rundown of Q2. ABR Ryan sets the quickest time, and he's going to go into Q3, or at the start of the race on a soft compound. Jake Wilson in the Red Bull in P2. We have Ross in 3rd. We have SF1 Molly 4th. CSC Morris is 5th. Seal in 6th. We have Shimon in 7th. Bill 8th. We have Panta in 9th. Allow Your Face sneaking his way in P10. We lose out Williams of SF1 Stig and both Alpines of Phil and Hubdy. Alright, Q3, who is going to grab pole position? We're going to find out in 12 minutes time. I believe it's 12 minutes. It is 12 minutes. Let's get the tires up for you guys. I don't need that, but we'll definitely get that up. See who's going to be the first out. I already see them with the Mercedes garage working. Looks like both cars are going to come out. I wonder if Molly and CSC Morris are going to give each other a tow. Looks like Panther's on his way out as well. Might be an AlphaTauri on his way out. I might be Shimon in the Alfa Romeo. So Panther's going to be the first out on track. We have CSC Morris coming down. Is Shimon? No, that was Seal actually, who's going to be out. Let's jump on with Panta. Going to be first on track. So prediction time. It's the toss-up because a lot of these guys have different pace when it comes to tier racing, but they're in better cars than each other. You have Molly, who's pushing for a title in Tier 3, battling SF1 Croce, but Croce didn't want to sign up. He says he races somewhere else. But Molly having a lot of pace in that Mercedes. Tier 3 driver, can he convert that into a pole this evening? Panta, a Tier 2 driver in the Ferrari. Wilson, Jake Wilson in the Red Bull, also a Tier 3 driver. See what Panta can do. He's riding that George Russell helmet. I just noticed that. A lot of guys on the outlap. Only 2 drivers right now sitting in the pits. We have Allow Your Face. Shimon still in the paddock. See what Panta can do on his first lap in that Ferrari around Silverstone in Q3. First driver to set a lap this evening. Get on, mate. Let's see what you can do. Right, I'm back. Going through Maggots and Beckett's now. Panta looking quite nicely through Maggots Beckett's. We saw 28s on Q2. Will we see 27s? I have a feeling we'll see 27s for sure. And around the final few corners here to set the first lap in Q3. What is the benchmark time going to be? Going to be a 28.5. Who's right behind him? It is Seal, who's going to cross the line. Seal goes to 28.9. Here comes the two Mercedes and Wilson. Morris 27.9. Jake Wilson 27.6. What is Moley going to get? He's going to get a 28.4. So here comes, I believe Shimon is on an outlap. He is about maybe Ryan. He's on a flyer. Good enough for P3 right now. 128.2. So right now Wilson putting the time on the board to hopefully carry him to another pole position. I believe he did get pole position at France last week. I'd have to double check that. I should put more facts in front of myself. But Shimon now. Seal in P8. Panta P7. Bill P6. Moley P5. Ross in P4. We have Ryan in third. We have CSC Morris in second. And Jake right now holding on to that provisional pole. See what happens in a moment's time. I've been told that Shimon has a lot of pace, so hopefully I didn't make the wrong choice about putting him in the Alfa Romeo. We'll see. I was told by Moley, so this is why I went that way, that direction. But I will make some. I know the numbers are a little bit low, but the fact that both Seal and Shimon got the Alfa Romeos into a Q3 appearance, outperforming that car, it just goes to show you anything can happen in realistic, and it usually does. Let's see what kind of time Shimon can get in. He gets a 30.3. So just allow your face now in that McLaren to set a lap here in Q3. See what time the McLaren driver can do this evening. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remain on the board. I wonder if anybody is going to give it a 3-lap go here. Or if they're just going to sit for 2 laps. A lot of guys already in the pits, so they could technically come out and run a lap and then pull back into the pits. Shimon! Yeah, exactly. See what kind of time Allow Your Face. He's on an outlap now. I think we're actually gonna let's jump on board with Allow Your Face for a lap around here. Looks like Jake is gonna pull into the pits as well. I wonder if Ross Plum will do the same. Let's jump on board with the McLaren driver here in Q3 to see what time Allow Your Face can do this evening on his first lap in Q3. Nicely done. Left the throttle wide open. Going into turn 1. I am notoriously terrible at this track. The only part of this track I'm actually good at is Maggots and Beckett's. I was always horrible when it came to racing, and the league would end up at Silverstone, and I'm like, great. I would just settle for maybe a P8. A P8 was good to me. We'll see what Allow Your Face can do. Coming up to the old start line. Nicely held through that corner. Downshifted, which I usually did, coming in the Maggots and Beckett's. And really get on the throttle as soon as you can on the exit. DRS is open down this backstretch. He does have a Mercedes behind him. Nicely done from Allow Your Face. Broke just in time. Easy does it. Don't want to take too many of these curves on the outside, especially the sausage curb. Crossing the line. What is he going to get on the McLaren? It gets P4 at 128.2. That is a good showing from Allow Your Face. Going to start possibly on the second row of the grid. We'll see. Take a gander how much time we have. We have 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, so I'm sure a lot of these guys are going to gear up to give it their all for their final run. Take a gander at somebody else. Bill's on an out lap. Panta's exiting the pits now to get ready to go back to a lap. Shimon sitting P10. Morris is on a flyer. See if he can improve and maybe try to get a little closer to Jake. Jake's sitting just about 3/10 ahead of Morris right now. That Red Bull, though, is extremely fast. See what Ryan can do in the Aston. Can he improve on a P5? Currently sitting at 28.2. Gonna give it all the beans here. Let's see if he can't make Mr. Lawrence Stroll very happy. And there's somebody in the grass. Who was that? It is Bill, I think. Bill's in the grass. Maybe struggling a little more than he thought. I know he was really happy with the AlphaTauri's handling model. That had a lot of low-end grip during the corners. You could put the throttle down a lot quicker, but that might be different depending on the track surface this evening. With the overcast, the track might not be as hot as it usually would be, given, time trial or any kind of Grand Prix practice. Ryan hangs on through that corner. Really nicely done into Maggots and Beckett's. He's invalidated. Oh, gosh. All right. Yeah, it's penalties, too. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of actual... I don't know if you guys can see that. The dirt on the side pod of that AlphaTauri now from Bill running through the grass. All right, take a look, see what Panta he is. Is he pushing? He just set a lap with the 128.5. Allow Your Face has retired from P4, so he's comfortable there. We'll see if he stays P4 for the remainder of this session. 1 minute to go. See if Morris can improve, get himself closer to Jake. We do have one of the Alfa Romeos coming up. It's going to be Seal. I believe he's on a cooldown lap. Bill's retired from P7. Shimon on a flyer. He is as well. Seal's going to give it a go from P9 and try to improve on his time as we see Molly go P2. Not close enough, though, to take that spot from Jake. But right now, Jake being sandwiched. Unfortunately, Jake's teammate, operator, not here this evening. Take a look through. We have Panta coming up to finish his lap. He's currently up on his time. That's not Panta. That's Panta. Thank you, Kane. Thank you. Crossing the line goes P7. Ross Plum crosses P4, takes that away from Allow Your Face. Drops Allow Your Face to P5. Now it's going to be Shimon who's going to be the next to cross the line here. Currently way up on his time. He's already bested his previous lap by a second. Can he get himself higher than P10? Crossing the line now. Where is he going to start? He's going to start P9. Where's Seal? Is Seal going to beat his teammate? Where's Ryan go? Ryan only goes good enough for P5. So Seal is going to be the next one to cross the line. And he does have a Mercedes just behind him. That was Moley who actually is behind him. As we had an incident there with, I believe it was Morris. Can Seal get higher than P10? Crossing the line now. He just bested Shimon. And that's going to be it for Q3. Jake in the Red Bull is going to grab pole position for the British Grand Prix here for Realistic. The GG's to Jake. I think it's the second pole for the season. But Jake grabs pole position here at the British Grand Prix, starting at P1. His, I guess you'd say his nemesis right now, Molly starting P2. We have CSC Morris starting P3, so Mercedes looking quite strong. We have Ross in P4. We have Ryan in the Aston Martin starting P5. Allow Your Faces 6th. We have Panthers at 7th, Bill 8th. We have Seal in 9th, and Shimon, the brand new driver for Realistic, starting in 10th with the Alfa Romeo this evening. Alright, so this is typically where I'd give you guys a points update when we're sitting in the pit, the grid, because these drivers have a 5-minute complimentary break to kind of get their minds focused on the race and get up and stretch whatever they need to do. But I didn't have a chance to do the points this week because I was ill, so until we get ready to go, it is 52 on the dot, so oh, somebody readied up. Okay. Somebody readied up right away. That was quick. Alright, so we're gonna go right into the race, it looks like. Hopefully these guys are ready to go. If not, make sure you change your strategies on the fly. Sometimes that's what you have to do. But gearing away for the formation lap here. See if everybody pulls away. It looks like it's gonna be the... let's see, Molly might be calling a restart here. Okay, we are definitely going to have a restart, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be back momentarily. Just stay with us. We'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Just gonna wait for these guys to set their cars up, make sure they put their setups back on, and get ready to go racing. It looks like they're gonna start right away, so hopefully the guys, the Q2 guys, make sure they remind themselves that they are starting on the right compound of tire heading into the race. Otherwise, that might be looked at by the stewards as a penalty. Right. For some reason thought there was 15, but it's there's 14 here to race at round 3. Yeah, everybody's gonna set up for the formation lap. The sun is shining, so I wonder if there's a bit overcast that was there before. It's not there now. Let's see if I got, okay, I was just making sure I had sound for a second. Let me take migrating host. Why is it migrating host again? It looks like we're gonna have another restart. Gosh. Okay. We'll be right back again for the 3rd time, I think. But yep, we'll be right back. Third time's, what did they say? Third time's a charm. Yeah, so here we are, waiting for these guys to get ready to go. We're gonna wait. If you're listening to me, wait for Molly to tell you guys when to go. But remember, do your setups, pick the right tires. But we're waiting for the 14 drivers that are here this evening to get racing at the British Grand Prix. He said it was gonna be at 13, so we got 2 minutes to go. Stick with us, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could give you guys the points, but I don't have them on hand. But until then, I'm gonna rest my voice just a little longer, and we're gonna get ready for 26 laps around Silverstone. All right, we're ticking down to the formation lap. Finally, let's get this race underway. I'm ready to watch this race. Hopefully it's an awesome one. Hopefully it's a clean one. Well contested. We're going to find out in a few moments time. We're going to set off for the formation lap, and then we'll be racing under 5 red lights here in Britain. Hopefully everybody remembered their setup as well. Alright, waiting for these guys to set off. They have done so now. Let's give a look at the tire situation. A couple mediums, you guys see the guys that carried them through in Q2. Gonna start on a medium compound here for the British Grand Prix. Get this stuff off so we can have a lovely, clear look at the formation lap coming into this evening's race. Jake starting for pole in that Red Bull. He has the 2 Mercedes just behind him. That Morris and Molly. AlphaTauri of Ross Plum sitting there in P4. We have Ryan and the Aston Martin in 5th. If you look, Allow Your Face is in 6th. We have Bill starting 7th. Both the Alfa Romeo starting 8th and 9th, I believe. Haas, I'll say this, SF1 Stig asked if he can move to the Haas for this race, and I was like, well, okay, if you want the Haas, you can take it. Haas might have points this evening. First of the season. We'll see. Both Alpines starting in 10th and 11th, I believe. And we have Panton. He was pushed down on the bottom of the grid for some reason, and he's going to have his teammate just behind him. So we'll see what the Ferrari Duo can do this evening, pushing through the field. Can Jake get a good start from pole position this evening? We are going to find out. Sending through Maggots and Beckett's now, coming down the back stretch, warming his tires. Yeah, everybody warming the tires. Hey, nobody's being a Kimmy. Okay, we gotta Allow Your Face being Kimmy right now. Just driving a straight line on those medium compounds as well. Just waiting for everybody to tick around and pull up to the grid spots, and we'll wait for those 5 red lights to tick down. Actually, tick up. They tick up. Jake now rounding the final corner. Game, I'm sure at this point, is taking control of this Red Bull. The moment where everybody starts feeling that little bit of jitter, anxiousness in their body. Let's see how this is gonna pander out for these guys in the start. See if everybody's into their grid spots now. They are. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to go racing here at the British Grand Prix, waiting for those 5 red lights. AlphaTauri pulls into position now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We are away. Go, go, go for the British Grand Prix. Can Jake get a good start coming into turn 1? He's got both Mercedes right behind him. Oh, they cut away. That was a terrible angle. Looks like everybody just about gets through. Nicely done. Somebody's into the grass, it looks like. Might have been the AlphaTauri locking those tires up. Everybody safely through into turn 3. Easy does it. There it goes. Both Ferraris tuck into position, chasing those Alpines. Jake gets a good start. Both Mercedes going after it. We're going to jump on board with Ross as Ryan's going to pull on the inside. There's the AlphaTauri. Ross on his inside there. Oh, easy does it. Space was given, but they're still side by side. This could end up being interesting. Oh, they're going to... Space. The space is there. Okay, they went side by side through that turn. Coming into Maggots and Beckett's, they're gonna back out side by side. It looks like Ryan's gonna back out of that. No, he's still side by side. These guys battling quite nicely through. That was probably the longest side by side action I've seen at Silverstone in a long time. Allow Your Face chasing Seal in that Alfa Romeo. Is gonna go on the outside here. Seal's gonna go to the inside. Can Allow Your Face do a switch back? No. Is Seal gonna make that car a little harder to pass on the outside? I'll put the intervals back up for you guys as soon as Allow Your Face crosses the line, which is gonna be right now. These guys really staying close. How's everybody doing down here? Up D. Holding on just behind Stig. Those two race each other quite a lot. They know each other. So both Robbo and Panta have gotten themselves past Phil. Where is Phil? Phil must have had a moment at some point. A little down the ways. But a lot of laps to go. A lot of distance. He could get himself back into this. Keep an eye on this man. He is pushing that Aston Martin past its performance. We have Seal going past Allow Your Face. These two have been battling quite back and forth. Seal's gonna go to the, or Allow Your Face is gonna go to the inside to have another look, and he takes a position back from Seal in that Alfa Romeo. Goes a bit wide. He's gonna have to be careful. That part of the track will catch you off with a time penalty. I'm keeping an eye on the distance between a lot of the other guys. I'm looking at the lead as well. But these two having quite a battle between each other. Seal. How about Shimon? Shimon, the brand new driver, staying just behind his teammate. We have the two Ferraris looking quite racy with Stig right there. Robbo's going to go to the inside. It gets past Stig. Stig now has Panta just behind. It's actually, Panta's right next to him. Oh, Panta loses the back of that Ferrari. Caught the car quite nicely though. Right now the gap between Jake and Morris, 1.4. Morris putting a lot of pressure on his teammate. Molly sitting in P3. Ross and Ryan. DRS should be available for these drivers now, as you see a lot of the back rear open. Stig gets a 3-second time penalty to start this race. He's going to be the first man with a penalty to his name. Hub's going to chase down the two Alfa Romeos just ahead of him. Jump on board the Alpine. Is he going to have a look on Shimon going in? No, he backs out of it. That's exactly what I would have done as well. Oh, little top heavy. Morris and Molly might be playing the teammate game to try to chase down Jake ahead of him. 2.3 now separates himself from the Red Bull ahead. Jake sets another fast lap. He is really putting the distance in that Red Bull against these two Mercedes. As you see Ryan in the Aston Martin chasing down Ross just ahead of him. Bill not too far behind. If Bill can start putting the time in, he can get a hold of Ryan just ahead. Morris and Bill and Allow Your Face can take these mediums a little further as well from the guys that are on soft compounds. Ryan not close enough to look at a move for Ross. Bill has Allow Your Face just behind him as well. Allow Your Face putting a lot of good performances in tier racing. If you guys are interested in tier racing, we do have tier racing as well. They race on Thursday and Friday. Both streamed by the legend himself, Gunners, on this channel. Make sure you tune in. Say hi. Ryan and Ross having a go at each other. Morris gets himself a 3-second time penalty, which could be big time. Allow Your Face grabs one as well. Seems like a lot of these guys are grabbing it through Maggots and Beckett's. Take a look now. Molly and Morris swapping positions again. We have Hubs making a move around Shimon. What happened to Shimon? Shimon must have had an incident, or he lost control of the Alfa Romeo. He's back on the way now. No damage to the front end of that car. Big in P12. What has happened to Ryan? What has happened to Ryan? Ryan's off in the gravel. He does it. Gets hold of the Aston Martin again. I'm keen to wonder if that was an incident or if he just lost traction in that Aston Martin. But now that opens the door for Ross. Ross could be pretty pacey. But I'm looking at Allow Your Face and Bill, both on the medium compounds, could get themselves closer to the Ross and Molly eventually once those soft compounds start to dig a little bit more. But Allow Your Face is inching closer to Ross. 1.1, can he get that gap down come DRS on the backstretch? Will Bill have a move here on Allow Your Face? Getting closer and closer. Not close enough yet. Allow Your Face really putting that throttle down in the McLaren. You can see the car dancing back and forth. Gap at the top is 3.4. Ken Morris put the toe on those mediums and try to chase down Jake. I would say those soft compounds probably have another 4 to 5 laps in them. See, the gap is close. Molly's chasing his teammate down. Bill still right behind Allow Your Face. We have a move here. Hubdy and Seal going side by side. Two Ferraris sneaking their way through the pack here. Right on board with Panta. See, he's chasing. He's got Robbo ahead of him, his teammate. He has Hubs, who's working his way through the field, and Seal doing really well so far with that Alfa Romeo. You see Hubs goes a bit wide off. Oh, whoa. Hubs really struggling with that Alpine right now. As Morris and Molly swap positions yet again. Hubdy is chasing Seal. Is he going to go for a look? No, he's backed out of it. Smart racing from these guys. Panta and Bravo thinking about it. Oh, no! There we have it. I just caught that on the screen. Stick gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So an incident between Bravo and Hubdy has sent both of them, and that's going to put Ryan back in position. Hubs gets back underway. Stig's going to go past. Bravo, no damage to the front wing. I wonder if he has any damage to his side pod, though. Can't really see any. How's Phil doing? Phil still putting the laps in under those medium compounds. Jake now 4.2 is the gap. Ollie and his teammate Morris swapping positions yet again. Allow your face trying to hold off a attack from Bill. Hubs and Stig. This should be a classic battle to watch. Jump on board with Stig and look at Hubs chasing him through Maggots and Beckett's. Penta's gotten around. Shimon gets himself a 3-second time penalty. And Hubs have a look at Stig. It's gonna go on the inside. There's Stig on the outside, still side by side. These two have raced each other a lot. They've been teammates for a long time as well. Bit of a nudge from that Haas of SF1 Stig. You can see how much Hubs is really fighting that steering wheel. That's allowing Robbo to get back into this fight. Panta, however, is up. Now chasing after Seal in the Alfa Romeo. Will he have a move here? Is he close enough? He's 5/10 behind Seal. He will have DRS right now. Close. He's going to go for an inside look. Is it done? Seal's going to hold the inside. Can Panta make it work on the outside? Will he have enough grip? Still side by side. I think Seal's backed out. Yeah, so Seal's conceded that position to Panta. Panta up to P7 now. Seal might have a look back with DRS coming out of the exit of Maggots and Beckett's. See if he's close enough. He will have DRS, but I don't think he's close enough. Both cars are running the Ferrari power unit. Seal not close enough. How about Bill? Bill's still chasing. Still chasing Allowy Face, and Allowy Face has now caught the gearbox of Ross. So we could have a three-way battle here for P4. Lap 9 already out of 26. It has been fun to watch the first 9 laps. Hopefully the rest and the remaining of this race are going to be just as intense. Allow your face, trying to get closer and closer to Ross. Keep an eye on some of the other gaps. I see Stig still pressing against Hub D ahead of him. Bravo. Oh! What has happened to Ross? Ross has lost, he's lost control of that AlphaTauri. It might be the softs. The softs might start to find their limit, their life limit on track. Bravo has Shimon just behind him, but he is right behind SF1 Stig. All 3 of these cars running the Ferrari power unit. I see Hubs is not too far ahead. Bravo gets himself a 3-second time penalty. I think Hubs is really struggling. Oh no. Here we go. Stig and Bravo. Bravo backs out. That's going to allow Shimon to have a look here. Shimon's going to box. And somebody else pulls in as well. I think that is Ryan. Ryan's going to pull into the pits. Keep an eye on these two battling like crazy. I'm surprised Jake has been able to keep that 4.2 so far to Morris ahead. Jake's really taking care of those soft compounds. Bravo has DRS against Stig just ahead. Stig pulls the inside to guard that line. Goes a bit deep too on the exit. Oh, there's a bit contact. Oh, that's close. Both, however, saved. Are they gonna go close again? Side by side. Whew. Oh, there's contact. Even more contact. These two are not wanting to concede to either. Stig taking a lot of that chicane there. Oh, Stig's gone into the grass. See when this man decides to pit. He's still out for lap 11 here. How about Molly? Molly not gonna pit just yet. Seal. It looks like Ross is gonna pull into the pits and get off those soft compounds. Right now, Ryan could make a solid call because I know the undercut is really strong around the Silverstone Circuit. Lap 11 out of 26. See a couple guys pulling into the pits now. Where is this going to put Ryan? Because you see Stig on his way with the front wing. Hubs is on. Ryan should collect most of these positions. As you'll see, Ryan in the corner of the screen. Just ahead now. These two, though, still chasing each other on those medium compounds. I'm gonna stay with these guys for a bit. Oh, what has happened to Ryan? He might have cooked those mediums a little too soon. No temperature and put the throttle down. Yes, Bill and Allow Your Face, this is what I wanted to see. Almost missed it. These two battling it. Allow Your Face right on the gearbox of that AlphaTauri. Both on the medium compound, so this guy's gonna fight. Molly pulls into the pits, so he's gonna try to undercut Jake just a bit. Jake really putting the pressure on these guys with a 4.6 second gap. Still on those soft compounds, as well as Seal and Robbo. Robbo's gonna pull into the pits and get off the softs though, but on the mediums. Here comes Allow Your Face. DRS is his. He's gonna go to the outside. Is that gonna work? Side by side. He might have just made that move stick. Yeah, he has. Allow Your Face makes a move on the outside to take back position 3 from Bill. When is this man gonna decide to pit? We're gonna stay on board. It should give the lead over to these two, really battling it. Our leader is in the pits. We have a sector 2 yellow as well. Is that from Ross and Shimon? Let's say, what has happened? Oh, Ross does not have a front wing. That's gonna open himself up. Watch yourself, Ryan. Yeah. Ross, unfortunately, no front wing to that AlphaTauri. He's gonna have to box. Seal gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Jake might have made the best call here. He's on his way out now. Molly's just now coming around the start-finish line. And Jake's already on his way. Bill and Allow Your Face still having a go at each other. Panta starting to come into that conversation as well. Panta really putting the pressure on these guys ahead. But these two really having a nice battle with each other. They might have to take themselves out for a nice spot of tea afterwards. Because they've been so close together the entire race, you might as well just call them a couple at this point. What do you call it? It's Twitch official now, guys. You guys are Allow Your Face and Bill. But allow your face really trying to get closer. Does have DRS, but not close enough for a move just yet. Morris coming down, start lap 14. Bill and allow your face having still stuck together. Anta doing a wonderful job so far. Gets himself snuck the whole way up to P4. Molly chasing Jake just ahead. He knows that's his battle ahead. Seal finally into the pits to get off of those 13-lap old softs. He's going to put on a medium compound and take him to the end. What is Sector 1 yellow? I'm not sure what that was for. Hubs having a look at Shimon. Molly up through. Okay, I was wondering what that was for. Bill grabs himself a 3-second time penalty. A lot of these guys having penalties. They only have 5 drivers right now that don't have a penalty to their name. 1. Nope, 6. Make it 6. Watching Hubs try to chase down. Panta gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Look at the back of Shimon and see that charging Alpine of Hubs. You can see Ryan really putting the pace in as well. He's going to be in this battle not too long. Hubs needs to get around. And another battle that's still really close to each other, but Hubs and Shimon as well as Allow Your Face, but Hubs is a little bit closer. We'll stay on board with these two. What can Shimon do? Can he have a good defense? Here comes the Alpine. Shimon trying to break that toe. Hubs gonna hold the line on the outside, backs out of it. This is going to allow Ryan to come right up to these guys for a nice little juicy battle and say, hey, thank you guys for holding each other up. Now I'm here, and I'm going to give it a go. But these two still battling back and forth. Lap 15 out of 26. We're almost down to 10 laps of this race already. For the first time, though, not first time, actually, yeah, first time, Jake has had both fastest laps at the Portuguese Grand Prix as well as the French Grand Prix. I don't think he's going to be able to take it today. He's on those medium compounds. A lot of these guys are going to box for a soft compound. As you see, Allow Your Face make a move past Bill to take back P2. Bill's going to pull into the pits and try to pull an overtow. Easy does it. There we go. Nicely done. Morris is into the pits as well. So they're going to take 10 laps on those softs and take them to the end. We'll see what happens. Panta on his way through. He's going to put a lap or two, maybe longer, on those mediums, as well as Allow Your Face. Where's Morris? Where's Jake? Jake's coming through now. Morris. I thought he was a little bit closer. This is the longest pit lane in the calendar as well. It's agonizingly slow. But Morris has come out ahead of his teammate. Where's Bill? Bill's on his way out now. Bill getting himself back into this race. Hubs and Ryan. What has happened to Ryan? Not sure. Ooh! Ryan having a bit of an issue right now with that Aston Martin, I think. He's gonna work his way through. Take a look now. Ross might have a look. Who's he have ahead of him? He has Panta. Jake now finds himself back in the third. Can he take the win this evening? Ross Plum sets a 1:29.9 fastest lap of the race. Currently on lap 17. Panta and Allow Your Face do pull into the pits. Allow Your Face looks like he's gotten the jump on Panta. Yep, he's going to be behind. So Morris now P2. Jake is P1. Can Morris use those soft compounds to try to break down that 6.5 second gap that separates himself from the lead of this race? Bill's pulled the undertow. He's gotten himself the P4. Just about 8 seconds separates himself from Molly ahead. And Allow Your Face now has DRS on. Bill gonna go back past him. Bill pulls into the pits. Ryan has retired from the pits. You can understand why. Not having the best of luck this evening. See if these two can work together to try to get themselves closer to Molly ahead. Molly on 4-lap-old mediums, as well as Jake. See if Morris can't get himself closer. Hubs battling Shimon yet again. CSC Morris sets the fastest lap of the race with the 29.3, taking that away from Ross. Here goes Hubs. DRS is his. Can he have a look on the Alfa Romeo? He's going to go to the outside again. Oh, that was close. That was close. Shimon left it late. Here we go, side by side. Hubs has to wait yet another lap. Shimon and Hubs running P8 and P9. Seal kind of up the road from these guys. Seal having a quiet race, but really putting the performance in on that Alfa Romeo. Panta, P6. Can he get himself closer? Bill is still racing against Allow Your Face. CSC Morris gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be a little bit more harsh. I think he has 6 seconds. I'll actually give you guys a penalty update come lap 20. Typically around the time I like to do it. Panta runs really wide out of that exit. Hubs can make a big gain here, depending on how close he can get. He's got to get around Shimon and get himself closer. He's still right on that tail, the gearbox of that Alfa Romeo. As CSC Morris sets another fast lap. Here goes Hubs. Can he make it stick this time? DRS is his. I don't know how much Shimon's going to have to battle against this one. He might have used his battery a lot the last lap. Yep, it looks like Hubby makes the move up to P8. Allow Your Face gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Shimon's going to think about coming back. Ooh, it's clear. Careful. You can't tell how close these guys are at some points. Shimon loses the tail of that Alfa Romeo just a bit, goes a bit deep. Bill trying to press Allow Your Face. Allow Your Face putting that McLaren to the test. Molly, the top three are really separated. Jake just storming off with this race. Bill still chasing Allow Your Face. Let's jump on board with the AlphaTauri driver. Panta gets himself a 3-second time penalty. As you see Allow Your Face, let's look at the rearview mirror and see that charging AlphaTauri coming through to the right or to the left. Bill up position. Is Allow Your Face gonna hold? These two having a battle the entire race. We have... Oh, Shimon has crashed out. What is happening to Shimon? That's a weird place to crash out, but we have a full course safety car, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 19. For the guys that are on the softs, this might have just worked out to the T, but this is gonna pretty much delete Jake's his what is the word? I'm stuck on a word. His progress so far in this race with a huge gap. This is gonna allow Morse and Molly to have a shot at going at Jake, as well as some of the other guys like Bill, who doesn't have a time penalty to his name, and on a fresh soft compound. See a lot of guys, pulling into the pits now for a fresh soft compound. We'll see if our leader does the same. As Shimon has left the session, unfortunate for the brand new Alfa Romeo driver this evening. Hopefully his luck turns around. We are at Imola next week, which is going to be an awesome time. I can assure you that. Take a look now. Bill, is he going to pull? Nope. He's going to stay out, as well as allow these guys fresh laps on those softs. No need to pull in, as well as Jake's going to stay out. Morris is going to stay out. Molly's going to go for an aggressive move here with fresh soft compounds. Looks like Seal's going to do the same. Take a look now. Our leader has caught the back of that safety car. So I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, while these guys collect in the queue. Gonna go use the loo real quick. Right back. Alright, I am back, ladies and gentlemen. See if the safety car is... Alright, we're still under safety car. You have... the Alpine, that's the Alpine. Still gotta collect the queue. So until he does, we won't be back to green flag racing. Still, they're all right queued up behind the leader, which is Jake, and that Red Bull can... It's going to be kind of a shootout this evening. See where everybody sticks right now. A couple guys working their way back to the pack. Interesting. Okay. So we do have a lap car actually in that field. Ross is kind of stuck in the middle between these guys. But as I was going to go through, give you guys a penalty rundown so far of this race. Let's take a look at the penalties. CSC Morris sitting on 6 seconds with Allow Your Face on 6. We have Panta on 6. We have Seal on 3. We have Robbo on 3. Stig is sitting on 9. We have Phil on 3 and Ross on 3. Fortunately, so far in this race, we've lost out of Shimon and we've lost Ryan. Ryan having a bit of a difficulty with that Aston Martin, I believe, this evening. Bill gets himself a 3-second time penalty under safety car conditions. Everybody except for Jake has gone for a soft compound, so this could be interesting. Is everybody caught up? It looks like that is the case. Stig is going to go into the pits again. He's on his way out now. Alright, so just waiting for Stig to collect the back of the queue, which they are... Oh, what has happened to Seal? What in the world has happened to Seal? That is interesting. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Where's Phil? So Stig has to pull up now. Seal, unfortunately, so both Alfa Romeos have crashed out. Seal will get points though. He's made it within that 5 laps. But we should be back to green flag racing now that Stig is with these guys. Safety car is in this lap. We're gonna go for a 3-lap shootout here. What can Morris do? What can Bill do? Bill's not have, or he doesn't have a penalty to his name. What can Molly do with a fresh set of softs sitting in P6 right now? We are gonna find out. This man is gonna have the right to back up the pack as much as he wants and set the pace for the restart. See when he decides to go and let that throttle loose in that Red Bull. He goes now. Oh, looks like they were right with them. Where's the rest of the guys? Bill kind of got caught off sleeping there. But Morris, right behind Jake for this restart. Close does it. Oh, Morris loses the back end of that Mercedes. That's going to help Bill kind of get closer. That just might have gifted Jake a little bit more of a leniency when it comes to it. Everybody pressing now. No DRS is going to be available. I think it might have it in the last lap, though. We'll see. Side by side with Molly and a Ferrari. I believe that's Panta. Molly tucking just behind that Ferrari. We do know the Mercedes definitely has a lot more pace compared to that Ferrari. Ferrari power unit is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. The chassis is really nice, though. It handles quite nicely. As you see the McLaren go way off track there. How's Bill doing? He does, and it looks like Morris has caught closer to Jake. Could it be a shootout between these two and see who could take it on track? Once these guys cross the line, I'll put the intervals back up for you guys. I believe we'll be on lap 24 or 25. Might be the penultimate lap, not sure. We're riding with CSC Morris chasing Jake here. Delta back up. Allow Your Face gets a 5-second for ignoring yellow flags at some point. I missed that. Robbo gets himself a 3-second time penalty. What can Bill do? He's sitting 2.1 behind the guys ahead of him. Allow Your Face right behind Bill. Panta right there as well. Panta could have a go at these two. Nevertheless, the fact that Morris is on soft compound compared to Jake's medium compound, Moley deciding to pit for a fresh, aggressive soft compound to try to get himself through the field, having a bit of difficulty right now. Has Panta ahead of him. Just can't seem to get around the Ferrari. Panta making that, well, Pats likes to say, Panta making that Ferrari as wide as a London bus. Panta 3-second time penalty though for his troubles, trying to press that Ferrari to get and hold the back of that Alpha, or not Alpha, but the McLaren. Lap 25. This is the penultimate lap. Here goes Morris. He's not close enough. We'll see what happens between these two coming into the final lap. Will Jake get a penalty to his name, or is he going to keep it clean and take the win this evening? Make it 2 in a row for France, and this race, DRS is enabled. Last lap here at the British Grand Prix. I can't believe it. See, yeah, what happened? As you see, Morris right there. Let's jump on board. Oh, he's cut a lot of the grass there. That's a bit cheeky. Here comes Morris. Are they going to tangle? Is there going to be contact between the two? No. Jake backs out of it. Oh, Panta. Something's happened to Panta. He's retired from this race as well. So Morris takes the lead of this race. He does have 6 seconds worth of penalties to his name, though. Jake, right now, could win this race. Did it, George Russell. All right, I can understand that. Panta has left the session. Unfortunate for our Ferrari driver this evening. Can Bill hold off? Allow your face. Allow your face. Gonna make a run for it. Bravo gets himself a 3-second time penalty. It is all happening here at the last lap of the race. Jake really pressing against Morris, but it looks like Morris is gonna hold on. Allow your face goes around the outside of Bill. But this man is gonna win on track. Unfortunately, due to time penalties to his name for track extensions, he's gonna drop him down the order, but Morris is gonna cross the line in the Mercedes and win, but Jake's gonna take the win. Allow your face. Where is he gonna finish? He does have penalty to his name. Moley goes P2. Bill goes P3. Hubdy goes P4. I missed the rest of that, but jeez. Driver of the day voted to Hubdy, the man who potentially didn't want to race because of his connections at the beginning of the race. But yeah, gets himself through. But Jake, in that Red Bull, takes it for another win. Alright, we'll give you guys a rundown of the race results because that was crazy. Jake wins at the British Grand Prix, followed by SF1 Moley in P2. Bill rounds out your podium this evening. We have Hubs moving up to P4, Morris P5, Phil P6, Allow Your Face 7th, Bravo 8, Stig 9th, and unfortunately we lost out Panta, we've lost out Ross Plum, we've lost out Shimon and Ryan. We're going to move on to the podium interviews. Alright, just waiting on you guys to come in. Just two, just waiting on Moley. All right, well, while I'm waiting for him, we're going to actually kick these interviews off because that has been a busy afternoon for sure. But Bill, what a race from yourself in that AlphaTauri. And the entire race you were stuck with allow your face in that McLaren back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I could get past him, but I just couldn't pull away from him.
No, but congratulations on your
My
podium.
tyres were absolutely shot at the end.
I say, give us a
When
rundown of your race.
I wanted to start on the mediums because for some reason I thought the strategy was medium hard round here, but then it said I could have done medium soft, so I thought, right, I'll go medium soft then. Because we only had like 13 people, I wasn't really expecting a safety car, so that's why I went for the mediums first. Normally, if it's early safety car, I like to ditch the softs and go for a different strategy. But yeah, just sort of cruise around, got a few places here and there, and then expected to catch them up towards the end, but there's no way I'm catching that Mercedes or that Red Bull in the Alpha.
But keeping yourself off the time penalty sheet really helped at the end too.
I got my second warning on, I think it was the last lap. But I had a couple of moments. The AlphaTauri is really good on the rear end grip. It's a lot better than what I'm used to in the McLaren. But because I'd only really driven the McLaren on this game before doing the realistic one, it's like the muscle memory sort of thing. I can put the power down earlier, but because I think I'm driving the McLaren, I don't. I'm so slow out of some of the corners, especially the last couple. I say into the last couple of laps, I was going to pit under the safety car. My front tyres were on, I think it's like 17 or 18%. And by the time the safety car came in, they were on like 25 or something like that. So I thought it was coming in the previous lap. So I tried to warm them up like crazy and put a load of wear on, and then it didn't come in. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you can blame Stick for that. Stick decided to box one more time.
It's weird. I think if Allow Your Face wouldn't have got me down that last DRS straight, I think I would have got second. But because he got me, that then put me in the clutches of Moly, and as I coming into that last chicane, it would hardly turn, and I was thinking, oh, he's going to get me around the outside. But GG's, that was a good race. Enjoyed it.
Solid job this evening, Bill.
Races a little bit more than the equal ones.
That's what I'm like. That's what I'm trying to hope for.
It's good. It's good, and everyone is respectful as well. I think it was Allow Your Face. We had a bit of side-by-side action through the Brooklands complex. I think it was.
Had to have been Allow Your Face. You guys were with each other the entire time.
A good battle with a couple of people. Yeah. GG's everyone.
Congratulations, Bill. We'll move on to our P2, the man who kind of snuck his way towards the end. No penalties to your name, Molly, and then you went on for that super aggressive soft compound strategy after the safety car, pulling yourself into P2. Give us a rundown of your race this evening.
It was a weird experience, to say the least. I'm used to obviously being in the middle of the pack and scrapping for things, but being in that Mercedes on the realistic with as Bill said, a low grid, it ended up the first phase until the safety car ran out like a true race. It was like open air, just trying to keep the laps in and not do anything stupid. So then when the safety car obviously came up, it turned into more of a usual race and was interesting to say the least. I felt I had to go onto those fresh softs because I stayed on the mediums. I'd have been a sit-in duck to Bill and face behind me there.
Yeah, your man Morris pulled the win, and unfortunately because of penalties, he dropped off the podium. But you snuck onto the podium, keeping it clean, which is exactly what you had to do. Because I saw you guys kind of playing teammate, helping each other out, giving each other position back and forth.
Went for the classic shake and bake we did to start with.
Yeah.
I just got to ask Bill, did I hit you at all on that move in the final couple of corners?
No, I knew where you were, so I give you some
room.
The last thing I wanted to do was get contact and spin out and lose more position. So I didn't. I thought you may have put new softs on because I thought that you was ahead of me.
Yeah.
When the safety car came out, was you? I can't remember where I was when the safety car was.
I was, yes.
Because the safety car deployed literally as I crossed the line. If it would have deployed 10 seconds earlier, I would have probably dived for some new softs.
Yeah, I was already on the piss straight at that time.
Yeah, I thought I might have caught the two cars in front of me because I don't think they pitted. Because they were... Didn't. No, I thought I might catch them because it's on fairly decent softs, but the power in them engines is crazy. No chance down the straights.
Especially on Red Bull.
All right. Congratulations, Molly, on your P2 this evening. We'll move it on to the man who put the pace in that Red Bull for a second win for the season so far, Jake. You pretty much dominated that race. You took control of it, got pole position, ran away at the beginning. Safety car kind of came out, which kind of put you under pressure with Morris, but Morris having those time penalties to his name. You picked up the win at the end. Mate, give us a rundown of your race. Congratulations.
Yeah, so when I saw everyone going on for the mediums to start off with, I was like, I was just debating on whether to join them or not, and I decided against it purely because of how fast me and this Red Bull is. I thought if I just put the softs on and just get as big as a gap as possible whilst I can, and like whilst there's no battling for me going on, then it should advantage to my way, which it did when it came to the pits, because I came out of the pits, I think it was like 7 seconds ahead of Morris when he was only like 4 seconds behind me before I pitted. And then, yeah, like you say, that safety car came out and I was just a sitting duck because there was Morris behind me in fresh softs and I was on some fairly old mediums, and Molly behind him, who would literally just had to play do what I don't do game. So it was just a case of hoping that I could keep that P1 for as long as possible, and as soon as I saw his time penalties keep going up, I was like, well, I don't really have much defending to do because I can't see him getting an 11-second gap on me in 2 laps. But
Oh, but you pulled out the win
it
this
was,
evening.
yeah, I think you said this is the second one. I think this is only the first.
You won at France last week, correct? Right?
No, I think I came P2 or 3 because of time penalties.
Ah, okay. So that would be my
Yeah, 'cause,
mistake. I gotta do my brush up
this
on
is-
things like that.
I think this is a win that's been waiting to happen for me. I think, given the qualities in the last 2 races and the speed in the last 2 races, I just got let down by time penalties and silly mistakes. And
Well, it's time to
luckily,
rejoice. Picked up that win.
the home Grand Prix came into play for me.
That's right. But congratulations, Jake. I'm gonna give one more final congratulations to Molly in P2 and Bill in P3. You guys had a solid race this evening. All right, that's going to do it for us here at SF1 for a realistic Sunday night. We will be back next week for what's going to be surely a spicy race. We are at Imola, good old Imola, for round 4. Make sure you tune in, same time, same channel. Until then, we'll see you guys next week. Stay safe, enjoy your week, and we'll see you guys next week. Good night.